live. Let's do this. How's it going, beautiful people? This is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist. Worst. I'm the worst greatest living artist. No, world's. Yeah. By the way, I'm going to be kicking it. I'm going to be doing some cool stuff. All kinds of cool stuff. Guys, if you're not working on your artwork with excitement, with speed, with everything you got, it's very difficult to win at the game, guys. Yes, you heard me right. I said win at the game. It is very difficult unless you work with everything you got. This is not meant to say that there is no other ways of creating success for yourself. Whatever success is for yourself, maybe you are looking to I don't know. Maybe you just want to paint on the weekends and you're okay with that. You know, maybe you're doing it as a hobby. You're an artist as a hobby. That's totally cool. More power to you. But if you are an artist who's like, dude, I want to make income. I want to make secondary income stream from this. I want to make this my life, my lifestyle, my main source of income. I would highly suggest that you give it all you got. You need to give it all you got. You can't just give it some. Every time, this happens to me every fucking time, guys. And I'm sorry that I dropped the F-bomb again. It happens to me every time. If I don't give it my all, I suffer the consequences. Now listen to this, okay? If I don't give it my all, everything I got, every last sweat, every last drop of sweat that I got, I begin to suffer the consequences. In this game, I don't know any game, but especially in this one, I don't know if it's the same in all across. I would assume that it's the same all across. Whatever you do, whether you're a painter or whatever you do, I don't care. It's the same across. But I found in this game of being an artist, you will not win unless you give it all. Like nothing will start happening for you. You will not create income. You will not create opportunities. People will not exhibit your work. And if they do exhibit your work, you will not sell it unless you give it your all. This is a very unfair reality. It's unfair because most people think that it's actually fair, but we think it's unfair, right? Because we think that we should be getting something out of it. Oh, I'm going to go exhibit my work and see what happens. Good luck with that, you know. Vaya con Dios. Good luck. See what happens means, I don't know. Nothing's going to happen. It's a very unfair game. It's only for a few people. It's only for a few people. Winning at the thing is only for a few people. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm doing great. Selling one painting here, one painting there, you know, it's not doing great, guys. I know that this is a popular thing of lifestyle, being a lifestyle artist. Oh, I'm gonna sell a couple of pieces a month or a couple of pieces a year, and I'm just fine, and it's great. It makes people feel good, though. It makes you feel good for a little while. I remember my first year, I started making $10,000 a month selling artwork. My first year selling artwork. Not every now and then, every single month, I was selling $10,000 worth of artwork. I was like, whoa, you know, it's different, right? It was different. I wasn't used to that type of income. And second, I was definitely not used to that type of income by selling artwork, right? It was a different thing. And I thought I was a shit. I was like, yeah, until I wasn't. All art is worse than Forex. Everybody's a loser. It wasn't until I started to take the thing seriously, the things started changing for me. It wasn't until I started looking at things with a more serious eye, the things started changing. Things started looking different. Only some dead artists make big money, and a couple of ones that are alive. But I'll leave you guys with that. Came to get. I need some paper for my brushes. I need to get my wife a coffee. Here. You guys are coming with me anyways. You guys are already here, so might as well come and hang out with me. Where is the paper? Here's the paper. I think the paper is right here. I think we have too much fun creating. I think so too. You know, and if that's the deal though, if you have a lot of fun creating, if that's what you want to do, that's awesome. Like I think that's powerful. I think that's a good thing. I think the problem starts when we want more of it, and we're not real with ourselves. You know, I think that's the problem. I think the problem starts when we want more, right? But we're not being real. When we realize that maybe you want to make a living doing it, or maybe you want to earn some extra income.
Car roundup in the back room, please, by Gary. Courtesy car roundup by Gary, please. Right away, thank you.
Get one for us. I love that. Hi. Can I pay for these two and order a coffee here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. Sorry.
And then what can I get for you?
Let me have a venti iced coffee with half and half and classic. Yeah. Who wants a coffee? You guys want a coffee?
$31.77. How many Tuesdays do you think you should get? Yeah, I mean if we don't use them, like if we don't open them, I guess we can use them for tomorrow.
Thank you. I need to get. I'm gonna go get the stuff in the car. I'm gonna be back for my coffee. But yeah, I mean seriously, the whole point of doing something is to win at it. I think that it's very difficult to just be an artist and not be winning at it. You know, and what I mean by winning at it, I'm not talking about some esoteric winning at it, like, oh, I feel good, you know, I feel happy that I'm creating artwork. That's awesome, you know, power to you. But I think that some of us want to actually create an income from it. We want to do it so much that we'd rather do that than go to work on something else, you know. The problem is that we blame everything around us. How's it going? Found blessings? coffee for my wife. You guys like chilling with me? Man, it's a little humid here in Arizona. It's just a little humid in the Arizona. It's a little humid. How's it going, Victor Ignacio Garcia? How's it going, Shayla? I'll start waving at people because look, guys, here's the bottom line. Winning at the thing of at the whole thing of being an artist, it's not difficult. What's difficult is getting your brain, right, our brains, wrapped around the idea that you're gonna have to work so fucking hard at it. That's the difficult part. Regardless of what we do, we have to work very hard at it, right? But there's this misconception of, oh my God, you just have to be really good at painting, and then bam, whatever, artwork. Something great is going to happen, but it's a bunch of bullshit. Whoever's spreading that message is doing horrific things in life. Whoever's spreading that message is not doing anything good for anybody. Anyone that's created any sort of success, whatever that success is, put a lot of work. I don't think that a bodybuilder would say, oh my God, this is so easy. Just wake up every morning and, lift weights for like 4 hours a day or some shit like that. Watch everything you eat, monitor yourself 24/7, and boom, that's it. Before you know it, you'll be a weightlifter. You'll be a professional weightlifter. Of course not. These people put serious work into that. Serious work into it. Lots of attention, lots of time, lots of structure, right? So many reps of this, so many reps of that, so much of this, so much of this. And that's what these people do. It's the same thing with being an artist. It is an immense amount of push. And it's not just being an artist, like creating work. This is where people get it wrong. People think like, oh, well, I'm an artist. Yeah. Developing the work is one thing. Like creating artwork, that's one thing. Anyone can do that. A child can do that. Developing the work ethic, that's a whole other game. That's a whole different, it's a different ball game. And that's what most people don't get. We're like, oh yeah, I'm an artist. Well, good for you, but have you created work to a point where you are creating success for yourself, whatever that is, right? Whether it be maybe just creating the artwork is success for yourself, and that's all you care about, that's great. Maybe exhibiting the artwork is success for you. Maybe selling artwork is success for you. I don't know. Maybe all of the above, right? Who knows? I don't know. What I do know is this. Creating artwork is one thing. And creating work ethic, it's a whole different thing. And people tend to kid themselves. People tend to kid themselves. People tend to kid themselves and think that, oh, if I just create artwork, everything else is just going to roll, and it's not, guys. I don't want to sound like the bearer of bad news. I want to be real with you guys. Look, if you're an artist and you're looking to create success for yourself, it's going to require every ounce of you. And I mean this, every ounce of you. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Anyone that you see that is succeeding at anything, whether it be a podcast, a YouTube channel, whatever, they're putting tremendous amount of work. They have a lot of work ethic. Now, they may be succeeding on that, and they might just be putting a lot of effort on that. But I assure you, if they're not putting the same amount of effort that they're putting on their YouTube or their Instagram account, if they're not putting it on sales, on generating sales, on creating opportunity for themselves, it's just not going to work. There's different layers to the cake. First, you have to create the artwork, right? You have to learn how to create the artwork. You have to be an artist. The next layer is you have to learn how to market it, right? You have to learn how to show up somewhere, some sort of platform, or maybe all of the platforms. And then the third tier is you have to ask for something in exchange, right? That's the third tier. You have to ask for exchange, monetary opportunity, whatever. I don't know. Most. I mean, why do we kid ourselves? Most of the exchange is money, right? But people like to complain about, that kind of stuff. People don't like talking about it. They're like, oh my God, man. But that's the whole point you want to do it. That's the whole point you want to be an artist. The whole point that you want to be an artist full-time is that you get paid for it. I mean, unless you don't have a wife, unless you don't have kids, unless you don't have a husband, unless you don't have responsibilities, then you would work for free. You'd be like, no, I'm good. I hear artists saying all this all the time. Oh, I'm good. I don't care really about the money. Dude, you're selfish. What do you mean you don't care about the money? You don't care about taking care of your family? You don't care about the expansion of your art career? You don't care about that? That's selfish. No, I'm good. If I could just paint, like, dude, you're not 4 years old. What do you mean if I could just paint? It's stupid. It makes no sense. See, I talk about shit that I've done. This is how I used to think. If I could just paint, and just, it was stupid. My mother had a serious illness, right? Besides diabetes, my mother had cancer. My brothers, my sisters needed help. And I had my head up my ass. And I used to say, oh, if I could just paint, everything would be good if I just paint and as long as I can pay the bills. And it's selfish. It's selfish, right? But we don't know that because we don't realize that. It's selfish. What about my wife? What about my son? What about his education? What about his expansion into the world? This is why I talk about this, guys. This is why I'm so passionate about this, because I've experienced this. When I was making $10,000 a month selling artwork, I was like, oh man, this is great. This is great. If I just keep this up, this is great. Dude, that's not how the world works. The world doesn't work like that. The world doesn't stop moving because you got somewhere. Things change. The value of the money goes down as time goes by because things cost more, right? So the value goes down, or the other way around, whatever, chicken or the egg. Things change. They don't stay where they're at. So you have to change. We have to constantly change. I'll leave you guys with that. My name's Jose Trujillo. Take care. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.